Hey there, Ronnie here. Real quick before we get into the main episode, I just want to let you know that early bird registration for the Redefined Network Marketing event happening May 4, 5, and 6 is now open. That's right. You can register at ronniecruz.com/redefine. I'm going to be teaching you everything that I've learned about online marketing in the last year and a half so that you can take your business online, on social media, and build massive, massive success into this next decade and beyond. Again, you can go to ronniecruz.com/redefine. You're going to get an early bird pricing. Don't wait because this early bird registration is going to expire. Make sure you register today. Welcome to the Redefine Podcast. All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Today we are going to talk about part 2 in why network marketers fail on social media. The top 5 reasons why network marketers fail. It's the top 5 mistakes network marketers make on social media. So we're going to go with number 4. All right, number 4 is people talk to their existing audience and don't spend enough time working to craft a message that will actually attract more audiences. I understand, again, social media, at least for me and perhaps people in my generation and before, we came into social media as, well, it's about social connection, right? It's about interacting with peer groups and people that you maybe have met offline. And so it's about sharing what you're doing and updates in your of your life with these audiences. That's largely what social media was originally intended for, and so that's how we use it. So that totally makes sense. However, as network marketers and as marketing channels, we have to broaden the conversation beyond our existing circle of influence. We have to be inclusive. The messages and the content that we're providing, the value that we're providing, has to be inclusive so that it can attract a bigger audience. Because if you're not attracting a bigger audience, if you're not attracting more people, and if you're not growing your followers, then you're just going to be selling, quote unquote, to the same people over and over again. All right, you're just going to be marketing to the same people over and over again. And if you're like me, I've been with my company for 14 years. Like if I was selling the same thing to the same audience for 14 years, people are just, it's going to be largely a waste of time. I understand the idea and, well, the reality of the timing of things also is very important. However, why not grow your audience? I mean, that's the whole purpose of online marketing in the first place, is to expand your reach. And if your reach is only, the 500, 1,000 to even 2,000 people that's following you on Facebook or any of the social platforms, then are you really leveraging it and using it for as to the extent that it can be used for? That was really poorly worded, but you know what I mean, right? Like, are you using it to its maximum benefit? I see people trying to market and leverage social media market their businesses and leverage social media for growth and to get their products and services out there, even in network marketing, but still have their profile set to private, right? Right? Like, to me, that doesn't really make sense from a marketing standpoint, again, because you're not getting it out to more eyes than the people that you've already sold to. Not that it's wrong, but it will, especially, if you're brand new, it'll work for a little bit, but the effectiveness of doing that will decrease dramatically in a very, very quick, short period of time. So you're going to want to have a public profile, and if you don't want to use your current profile, fine, that's up to you. Create a new profile that's public and grow that. But the main thing is, you want to grow your audience. You want to have more people to sell to, more people to market to, right? So stop talking to just your existing audience. Really, include them, of course, but expand the conversation so that it attracts more people. And then the last thing is, the biggest thing is, why network marketers fail on social media is because they don't take the time to actually learn. right? They don't take the time to actually learn online marketing skills, social media marketing skills, right? Content creation, influencer, right? Influencer marketing. You got to learn this stuff. I know that, all right, like, yeah, we have a million and one things to do. Not like, I don't want to, have to spend so much time on education, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, it's another thing I got to study and learn. Well, if you want to succeed in the digital age, if you want to really leverage social media, you have to. You have to, right? Like, people don't come into this thing and just accidentally become successful leveraging social media. People that are the most successful on social media and content creation, whether it's network marketing or not, are individuals who not only practice it and do it, but they're studying and they're learning every step of the way, right? They're really doing it so intentionally and purposefully so that they become the best at it, right? You don't just stumble into excellence in anything, especially social media, especially content creation and influencer marketing. So be willing to take time and study it. Now, one of the drawbacks of studying this stuff is that where do I start, right? Like, there's so many gurus out there, there's so many different platforms, first of all, and then there's a million strategies on each platform. So where do you start? I suggest this. I've been studying this stuff since the beginning of 2022. And so I've got, well, not just studying it, but I've been studying it intensively, and I've also been applying it intensively. I mean, there's a new podcast episode every day, so that's pretty extreme in the space. Like, there's few, if anybody else, actually. I don't know anybody else that's doing that. So I wanted to learn at accelerated rate. I wanted to practice at accelerated rate so that I can teach as quickly as possible. And so that's what I'm doing with the Redefined Network Marketing event that's happening in May 4, 5, and 6. You may have heard the really short snippet advertisement at the beginning of the episode, but I encourage you, right? Like, I think one of the biggest drawbacks, again, is that network marketers aren't willing to take the time to learn this stuff. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't, you're not only best case scenario. Okay, so best case scenario, you're handicapping yourself. Worst case scenario is you're going to get left behind, right? You're going to get left behind. This is more than just education. This is a movement, right? Like, the Redefined Network Marketing event is a movement. It's actually starting to take hold. And so you still can be one of the very early pioneers in leading the charge of taking this business, taking this profession, taking this amazing, beautiful network marketing industry into the digital age. And so that's happening May 4, 5, and 6. Early bird pricing is now available. You can go to ronniecruz.com/redefine. I encourage you to register. Again, the biggest mistake, the reason why network marketers fail is that they don't take the time to actually learn this stuff. And I'm going to teach it in 3 days. It's going to be intensive 3 days, mind you. It's 3 hours a day, but I'm going to teach you everything I've learned and everything I'm doing in those 3 days. Right. So I encourage you, go ahead and sign up. Again. It's ronniecruz.com/redefine. The link is going to be in the show notes of this episode. And then other than that, we'll catch you with a fresh new episode every day. If you decide not to, at the very least, go ahead and follow and subscribe to this podcast if you're not already following or subscribed, because I will give you as much value as I can here. I don't want to, I'm not the get money guy. Like, I'm all about providing as much value, but I also do understand that you need to have some skin in the game, and I need to value my expertise, right? I don't want to devalue myself and what I bring to the table. So that's why I have a paid course. Still a lot of great content here on the show. So make sure, if you're not already following, hit that plus sign. If you're watching the YouTube version, hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next one, right? Okay, so until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.